Dornbush download 186.
186.
186. Clickety
Unbelievable.
click. No, that's no.
Not even close.
What's 186 if I was playing bingo? Anyway, thankfully I don't play bingo. Nothing wrong with
Mine
those of you
boggles
who
at
play bingo
186.
though. That's fine. No problem. Whatever floats your boat. We're not here to judge or anything. Anyway, Dan, Andrew, good morning. Afternoon, evening, depending upon when you're watching this. What's happening in the world of shares, Dan? What's happening?
Banks are reporting, Andrew.
And are we liking what the banks are reporting, or are we a bit dubious, a bit concerned?
I think we're liking what the banks are reporting. Okay. They're keeping their dividends. They're floating out their wealth management arms, which we knew was coming.
Surprise.
NAB did that a while ago, didn't they? They sold their insurance, and ANZ have sold part of their wealth arm already.
They've come full cycle, haven't they? Sort of us non-aligned advisors.
Exactly right.
We were meant to be on toast. The world was going to end. The banks were going to eat our lunch, and here we are, 6 or 7 years later. They're retreating with their tail behind their legs.
Yep. And we seem to have a better business model in that regard too, don't we?
It's not an ad for Dornbush Partners. Well, actually,
not at all.
Could be a little ad for Dornbush Partners, couldn't it? But no, you're right. It's a big change for the banks.
Yeah.
So the NAB result was okay?
NAB result was, I suppose, flat, wasn't it? 2 point whatever.
There's no growth. No. And what about ANZ's? Okay. So we've got Westpac next Tuesday, and then we're all done and dusted. So again, for those of you who are trying to get dividends, there's a small window of opportunity to think about, what's known as the 3 dividends in 14-month strategy. So in other words, buying now whilst there come dividend to capture this dividend, the one in December and the one this time next year.
I think ANZ is X on Monday the 14th.
Yep.
So to get that dividend would be next Friday.
But remembering, you might be sitting there thinking, beauty, why haven't I done this before? The one thing to remember with that, of course, is that bank shares tend to do this coming into the dividend and then tend to do this afterwards. So you are paying a little bit more for them to try and capture that dividend. So have a chat to your friendly Dornbush advisor and we can talk a bit more about that.
The values come off now. It's just not the dividend either, Andrew, it's the franking credits built in there as well. So.
Don't start me on that.
Well, that's another discussion for another day, isn't it?
Whole other day. So, what else were we talking about?
I wonder how many people have actually told their kids that if they lose their franking credits, the children's inheritance is going to be drastically affected.
It is a whole other world, and it depends on what happens with the election and all that type of stuff, but this is a whole other world of hurt, and certainly every day, like even now, every day I'm getting phone calls from clients going, I'm not happy about this, how do we start dealing with this? Yeah. Anyway, mindful of time. So what else are we talking about?
It's going to affect our super funds too.
But we can keep talking about some more. I'm happy to keep on teasing it out, that's fine. It is, without a doubt. So what's the other thing? There was something else we were going to talk about today. I'm having a mental blank.
Lithium?
Let's talk about lithium. What's going on the lithium front with 1 minute to go?
Just amazing the amount of cars and in China especially, electric buses. There's 185,000 electric buses now in China, which is only about 17% of their bus fleet.
That's huge. I did see on CNN though, there was that big expose on cobalt and the child labour and all that sort of stuff. So, I mean, I'm on board, pun intended, with this whole electric vehicle thing, but they certainly don't have the environmental stuff sorted out at all.
No, and a lot of that cobalt, that's that democratic, which is, I suppose, undemocratic Republic of Congo. So it's not a good spot. But some of our companies are starting to they're not actually producing it, but we're getting close to being cobalt producers in Australia. So.
We'll put a link in for that story into the show notes as well.
Very good.
Till next week. Thank you.